Yeah, man. He told us it was his time. They were making a push. Late in the third, they cut it to two, and we didn't really start off in the fourth quarter. Well, we didn't close that third quarter how we wanted to, and we didn't start off pretty good in that fourth. And he just took over. He told us it was his time. He told me it was his time, and we kind of just everybody just kind of got out the way and just let him be him, and he brought it home for us. But he's always capable of doing that. He makes the right plays, he makes the right reads, and tonight, the read for him was to get to the basket and finish, or make a play, and all of them was good reads, and he carried us tonight to get to this point.
All right, Dave McMenamin.
LeBron said that not only does he want to set a good example for you, not cheating, et cetera, like show how hard he works and stuff, but he said he doesn't want to let you down. I'm sorry, you don't want to let him down, and he doesn't want to let you down. So how's that dynamic? How's that worked out? And when did you recognize that he was trying to do things to basically impress you, even though he had all these other accomplishments?
When I first got here, he told me that he wants to give me my first ring, and I told him I want to get him back to the finals. Last year he didn't get there, injury, and he was in a good place. I think they're in fourth place. When he got hurt, so who knows what could have happened, but he missed last year, and I tell him all the time, I got your back, you got my back, and especially in games like this. Missed a couple shots. He takes over, and it's throughout the entire series. Every playoff series we've been in. Either he takes over or I take over at one point just to kind of get the team going. But we don't want to let each other down. We know why. I came here. We want to win a championship. We're 4 wins away. Step closer to our goal, and he feels he takes that responsibility. He feels that if we don't, then he let me down. I feel like if we don't, then I let him down. And then we let our team down, we let our organization down. So we don't want to have that feeling. And so anytime we have to win the game, or have to play a certain way, or one of us needs to take over, then we kind of come up to each other, talk to each other, and just try to figure out what's the best way to do that.
Dan?
Obviously, LeBron did so much in the fourth quarter, but you hit a three that seemed like that was maybe it for Denver. Guys, could you sense that maybe that was going to maybe be it for them? They've been so hard to stop in these situations.
No, it's never it with them. Until the horn goes off. Those guys are a hell of a team, led by a great coaching staff and a great head coach. They come out and compete every night, no matter the situation. For a team to come back from down 3-1 twice, playoffs is a thing that's never been done. And they're going to make you work for every win, which they did in this series with us. So for them, I think that they got a bright future, of course. Their players are only going to get better, and they're going to make guys work. But it's never, a time in the game where we thought it was over. Obviously Bron went on a run, but they came down, and I think they cut it to like 7 or something like that, or 6. And they're going to always fight. They are going to play the right way and make the right plays. And they got guys who can make big shots. So it's never over until it's over with that team.
All right, Tanisha's going to take the rest of them.
Yeah.
Okay, last few. Let's go Mark Medina.
Anthony, congratulations. I know there's obviously a lot of talent on the team, yourself included, but what's been your impression of how Frank has managed this group, given all the different talent, the new pieces, and the unique challenges that came up throughout this season?
First off, thank you. Secondly, he's done a great job with all of us. He shoots it straight to us. He wants to win. We want to win. And he comes to me and Brian with a lot of questions and ideas of and we give him our opinion on certain things, but we trust him. He comes in and put the game plan together. He spends hours and hours of watching film and breaking down games and breaking schemes down to try to figure out what's the best solution for us, what's the best recipe for us to be successful. And he puts the right players on the floor at the right time. He trusts us. If someone has it going and he wants to sub a guy in, the guy tell him like let that unit roll or let that guy keep rolling. He trusts us, and that's the only thing you can ask for a coach is to trust your players. But at the same time, we have to trust him. But he's been doing a great job of managing emotions. Especially when everyone's trying to win, you want to be a part of it on the floor. And I think guys have done nothing but respect coaches' decisions on who's going to play, who's going to sit, who's coming in the game at what point, because we know his intentions are good and his intentions are to try to win just like ours. So he did a hell of a job along with the coaching staff of making sure we're in the position that we are now.
Anthony, a lot of guys have talked tonight about just the overall accountability level on this team. How unique is it to be a part of a group with that high of a level, and what's it been like for you to have to raise your own to that level?
This group's IQ level is very high. Guys hold each other accountable. It really doesn't even come from the coaches. If a player mess up, another player gets on them, no matter who it is. Duz is really the guy who sits back and watches a lot of games and during the games and kind of critiques and looks at what's going on the floor and kind of call guys out. And he called me out, he called Brian out, Doe, it doesn't matter. And when we got guys like that who want to win and who want to help, it makes it a lot easier for us, and it makes you want to go out there and play hard and do the right thing for your guys, because you have a group of guys who's in it for the right reasons and who's not selfish and who just wants to win. So whether you're playing or not, and this team is special, and you don't get a group of guys who's able to do things like that, or some guys on some teams are in it for selfish reasons and things like that. But this group of guys for sure only want one thing, and that's to win a championship. So whatever it takes, we as players hold each other accountable and hold ourselves to a higher standard. So, we might not show it on a bench, yelling at each other or things like that, but we definitely have our moments where we argue and we have. I don't think nobody saw it, but last game, me and Brian kind of got into it. But I mean, it's coming from the right place, and when we got guys like that who hold each other accountable and just want to win. It makes it fun, and that guys are in it for the right reasons.
I will take the last two questions with Anthony Slater and then Mike Trudell. Anthony.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the job that Frank's done kind of over the whole season, but since you already answered that, I want to go more specific with it. How have you seen him within these series defensively scheme up and change and adjust, and what has that done for you?
It's been great. He's always, as he called it, changing up the pitches. We never give a steady diet of what we're doing on defense. We change it up and give different looks, throw different looks out there. And he's a defensive-minded coach, so he's all about defensive rating and making sure our defense is better and better every game. And it shows. We're a defensive team. When we get after it on the defensive end, we're tough to beat. And he's been able to throw different schemes out there for us and make sure that we understand those schemes. He watched a ton of film, like I said, and breaks it down for us. So the simplest for him to make it easy for us. And when we go over it, and if guys are confused or guys don't really like it, he listens to our input because we're the ones on the floor, and we change it. So he's done a great job of putting these schemes together with the assistant coaches and challenging us to do these schemes, but at the same time listen to us because we are the ones that's on the floor. He want to make it as comfortable as possible for us to get the job done.
Hey, AD, it's Mike Trudell. I think you were 15 when Step Brothers came out. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the movie. If so, yeah, LeBron said that he was the Will Ferrell character, which would have made you John C. Reilly. Just not sure if you want to comment on that and how it reflects your relationship.
Hey, I'm fine with that. That's actually it's a great movie, by the way. But yeah, I mean, we're kind of like Step Brothers. I mean, me and him very close. He could be Will Ferrell, actually, but he leads the team, man. He actually is Will Ferrell. He leads the team. He's in charge of the group. He's been here several times. And I'm the guy that comes in and try to fit in and do it my own ways until he comes in and get everything together for us and make us one. So he's a great guy to be along with, and if he wants to be Will Ferrell, then that's fine. But as long as he give me 4 more wins, and then I'll be cool with that.